How might your life change if you could truly understand the world through someone else's eyes? Let's talk about empathy. Hi there, I'm Summer Owens, and welcome back to my channel. I empower organizations and individuals to be more confident and resilient leaders of teams or just their own lives. I'm still sharing amazing lessons from my grandmas from this book, 100 Lessons My Centenarian Grandmas Taught Me. If you missed any of the lessons, be sure you go back and check them out. But now we're on lesson 45, create empathy through understanding. And I love this lesson. I love it so much because it's so important, especially in the world that we live in right now, where I think empathy is lacking, understanding is lacking. And I also love it so much that I created the Step Out program as part of the So What Foundation. So What Foundation is a nonprofit that I started. It's a youth nonprofit that I started for kids right here in Memphis. And Step Out stands for self-esteem, teamwork, exposure, personal development, overcome, understand, and triumph. And so the use for understand, and we spend a lot of time working with young people to try to help them be more understanding of their own lives and their own situations, but also a more understanding of the people around them and having empathy. My grandmas were beacons of empathy, always extending understanding and kindness to others. Following their example, I strive to see the world through others' eyes, which has deepened my connections and supported my resilience against life's hardships. Their demonstration of compassion inspires me to pause and listen more attentively to those in need, allowing me to grow in empathy and wisdom. This approach has transformed challenges into opportunities for connection and has taught me that understanding is the first step towards overcoming adversity. In honoring their legacy, I've learned that true strength lies in the gentle power of empathy. Embracing empathy as a guiding principle, people can learn from the compassion examples set by those before them. By trying to understand others' perspectives, we can build stronger connections and resilience in the face of life's trials. Inspired by stories of kindness, they can adopt a practice of attentive listening and compassionate response, enhancing growth and empathy and insight. This approach reframes challenges as chances for deeper connection. So create empathy through understanding. And I'm so grateful that I've been through a lot in life. I've been through a lot, and there's a lot that I haven't gone through, but I know others who have gone through. And I'm grateful for the challenges that I have had because it has helped me in my journey of being more empathetic and understanding others. And so, because I've gone through a lot of the challenges that people have gone through, it really helps me to understand. But even in the challenges that I have not experienced, I'm wise enough and I'm empathetic enough to listen, to understand, to have feelings for that person and what they are experiencing. And so that was a trait that I observed in my grandmothers, even at times when I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't even see how they do it. But watching them show empathy and to be understanding in some of the most challenging situations has taught me to be a better person and has taught me how to care for people when I see sometimes other people don't care. So how can you live the lesson to create empathy through understanding and to be a more empathetic and more understanding person? How can you incorporate this lesson into your life right now?
No, you can't have that. You can't do that. Have you ever heard that voice, maybe from someone else or deep down inside of you, saying, no, you can't? Ever felt like you weren't good enough, smart enough, or brave enough to have what you really want? You know, that promotion, that degree, that dream job, that house, that fulfilling relationship, that business, that life you've always imagined. Well, I'm confidence coach Summer Owens, and I'm here to tell you, yes, you can have it. And yes, you can do it. I'm the person to help you make it happen because I've been there. I faced doubts, fears, and setbacks head on. As a teen mom who was told my future was bleak, I chose to say, so what, to every obstacle I faced. I didn't let circumstances or self-doubt define me. I've probably done what you want to do. I've earned degrees, I've had dream jobs, I've launched business, written powerful books, bought houses, all while defying the odds. Now I want to help you to say so what to your fears and limitations too. I want to share my secrets to success with you in my Get the Guts to Go For It program. If you're tired of watching others live the life that you want and you're ready to turn your someday into today, let me help you embrace the so what mindset. Build your confidence and make your dreams a reality. Grab one of the limited spots for this program at getthegutstogoforit.com. I can't wait to help you go for it.
Tip number one on how to live the lesson, create empathy through understanding, is to engage in reflective listening. Engage in reflective listening. So that simply means as someone is talking to you, number one, listen, listen, Listen to what they're saying, listen to what they are feeling, listen to what they're expressing, not listen to respond, not even listening to just give your advice or your thoughts. Listen to understand, listen to see what they're actually saying. And with reflective listening, once you are done listening or once they're done talking, you can reflect back, okay, so this is what I hear you saying, or this is what I believe you're saying, and this is what I perceive, or this is what I think you're feeling or what you're expressing. Reflective listening allows you to show them that you heard them, show them that you feel. Tip number 2 on how to live the lesson, create empathy through understanding, is to participate in role playing exercises. Now, you can do this alone in your head and your mind and thinking about, well, if I was this person, this is what I would do or how I would do it, and to pretend to do it yourself. And you can do it within a group setting where you put scenarios out there of different circumstances and different situations where you play a role of somebody that you want to understand better. Allow somebody else to play your role so that you can reflect and understand and take some action and see, okay, in that situation, maybe I would feel a different way. So practice role playing and put yourself in somebody else's shoes and see how that feels. Tip number 3 on how to live the lesson, create empathy through understanding, is to document your emotional responses. I'm a writer, and I believe in writing a lot, and especially writing in journals, writing my feelings. And I encourage you to do that too, even if you're not a writer, but to document your emotional responses. So write down how different situations make you feel. And then reflect on that. Look back over your emotional responses to situations and see, okay, this is how that made me feel. And maybe that self-awareness can help you to understand yourself more. That self-awareness of your own situation, your responses in those situations, can help you to be more aware of your own emotional responses, and can help you to understand why you perceive situations a certain way, or why you perceive people in different circumstances in different ways based on your own awareness of your emotional responses. Tip number 4 on how to live the lesson, create empathy through understanding, is to volunteer in diverse communities. Volunteer in diverse communities. There is no better way to understand somebody else than to be in community with them, to be around them, to talk to them, to experience them. Whether you're helping them or they're helping you, if you're engaging in conversation, if you're working together or supporting each other, that is a great way to start to understand people, to have more empathy. And one of the best examples I can think of is when I was a volunteer at my mom's job at a mental hospital. She worked at Western Mental Health Institute, Western State, in Bolivar, Tennessee. And I was around mental patients all day. I was around staff as well, but even as a teenager, I got to experience being around mental people who were patients at the mental health facility. And what that did for me, that has stuck with me, now it's over 30 years later, I have so much empathy for people who have mental disorders, people who are mentally ill. I don't judge them. I love them. I embrace them. I talk to them. I'm careful, just like I am actually with anybody else. But now I have a deeper understanding because I spent that time volunteering and being around them and seeing exactly how many of them are, and how I easily could be in that same position. And so volunteer your time with a diverse organization. And no, it doesn't have to be in a mental health facility. It could be in any other organization, but where people are not like you, where people are different from you, and that can help you to create a different level of understanding for that community of people, and specific individuals within that community. Tip number 5 on how to live the lesson, create empathy through understanding, is to conduct empathy interviews. Conduct empathy interviews, and what that simply means is schedule time to interview people that you want to know more about, that you want to understand better. And so that could be a formal interview, or it could be something as simple as a conversation where you are talking to somebody and you are genuinely trying to understand them, trying to get to know them better. But it's about being intentional. It's about being intentional about understanding somebody who is different from you, or someone who has different circumstances, different situations, different challenges, or even different opportunities than you do, so that you can start to create that empathy through understanding. Why? Because you actually do know them. You actually do understand. So that's lesson 45. Create empathy through understanding. Tell me in the comments which of the tips you're going to use so that you can be a more empathetic person, so that you can understand the person next to you or the person across the screen in social media more. What are some of the things that you can do so that we can create a more empathetic and a more understanding society in this crazy world that we're living in right now? We all have to be more intentional about understanding the next person and caring for our fellow American, a fellow person in this world. So tell me in the comments, what are you going to do? And tell me what you're already doing. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I got more to come, many more lessons to come.